Hey friends, it's Aaron in the Tres Cuervos workshop. And part of my business is I have a shop in Albuquerque called Tres Cuervos. And we can call it a flagship. It's only 300 square feet, but it's what I got. And it has all of my products that I make and sell wholesale. And then I have other products around it for context and store aesthetic and hopefully nice, what I think are nice Instagram photographs. So one of the tasks that I undertake is I will get inventory during the week and store it up here. And then on Saturdays, because I have a day job that I may never tell you about, but I do. And so Saturday is dedicated to doing things like making tags for stuff I buy to put in the store and then take it down there 55 miles to the shop in Albuquerque. And maybe I'll explain why I have a shop so far away Sunday also. And put it in the store. And it is in the And Stuff Collective, which is part of the Little Bear Coffee family, the Fox Bros and Dad, amazing people. Find people like that in your life. Surround yourself with kind, amazing, hardworking, thinking people who are open to ideas. They've changed my life, and I am so grateful for you guys if you ever watch. Love you, Fox Bros. Anyway, so I will buy these pins and put them in the shop. They are varying degrees of clever or stupid, but people like to express themselves with enamel pins. I know this because they both purchase them and steal them. I mean, we got cameras, but some people are bold and don't always make the best choices. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. Today, I am making tags for this and some other stuff, toting it down to the store and then putting it in the shop. I thought we'd kind of talk through that. Now I'm gonna make the labels on Lightspeed Retail. We use Lightspeed Retail for running the shop. So I am making some labels with my Dymo printer. I need to count 1, 2, 3, 29 pins. Stupid number. Why is it not a round number? Why do I care? All right, now we're printing. They will emerge. All right, I'm getting these printed. All right, so now we got labels. Yeah, they are $12. All I'm doing is poking them through. I know it's not like the most beautiful labeling, but they're small pins and kind of small labels. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Oh, you noticed. I'm glad you asked. This is something else I'm taking in the shop. These are incense cones in these tins. So I have 2 different flavors right now. Santal, which is a fancy way to say sandalwood, and Palo Santo. And I am engraving these with my image that I created into metal. And so I packaged up, I don't know, 16 of them, and I'm taking them to the store. But they came out beautifully. And I will do a video on how I do these incense cones and how I do the same kind of match boxes that I sell at the store. So these would be filled with 25 matches. And people like them because they buy them. And that's how I know. There's other stuff going to the store, but that's some of it. So the stuff that's going to the store is Daneson toothpicks. I bought some Incense of the West, or Incencio de Santa Fe. They are terracotta incense burners. Those pins, the incense that I made and packaged, and then some flasks that look like bananas. I don't know, people buy them. That's it and that's all. Next stop's the store. I am on my way to the shop. I am in Albuquerque, and I figured I might mention why I have a store in Albuquerque, 55 miles away from where I live. But first, good news to me, at least. I was pulling out of the driveway. The FedEx guy pulled up and had some more items that I need to put in the shop. So I just opened my box with this Craig Hill Lark pocket knife. I said I would talk about some EDC, and this is one of the things that I'm really fond of. I keep it in my car. Craig Hill's a company in Brooklyn, great people. Hunter Craig Hill, he's a designer, really, like a industrial designer. If you ever watch this, Hunter, correct me if I'm wrong, but they make the most beautiful, well-made, well thought out knives, desk stuff, puzzles, EDC, and this has a really nice action, brass scales. It's a beautiful little knife. I made the lanyard because it is very tiny. Anyway, I opened the box with this really great knife, and it is Daneson toothpicks. I think these guys are in Canada. I've been selling their products for a long time. They come in these really cool test tubes, and the toothpicks taste and smell like bourbon. They also have a Scotch flavor and a cinnamon flavor. I love them. People like them. They sell. The reason why I have a shop in Albuquerque, I was living in Santa Fe. I'll talk some other time about why I even started making stuff in the first place, but when I started selling things, I took some early, pretty rough prototypes to a shop in Santa Fe called Red River Mercantile, where Steve Trayer is the proprietor, founder, owner, guru, and he had feedback for me and said, you know, I see something here, but I think some changes are in order. So I took most of his advice and then went back and did a little more work and then came back. And we kind of did this cycle 3 or 4 times and then finally landed on a product that he wanted to sell and has been selling ever since. And this has been 14 years or so. And I'm incredibly grateful to Steve. I consider him a friend and a mentor. And he hates it when I say that, but it's true. So he is going to have to live with it. Sorry, Steve. You're the best. When I wanted to build my tiny little flagship, I wasn't going to do that in Santa Fe. It's too small of a town to compete with someone that you consider very important to the genesis of this business. I'm now starting with him as my first shop. I'm now selling in over 150 shops around the country. I have a nice direct-to-consumer business. I now have this shop, and I owe him a lot, and I'm grateful for his mentorship. And so I opened the shop in Albuquerque. It is 55 miles away. Every once in a while, I think this is far, but I like it here. High foot traffic, great folks to work with. It's a good situation, and I'm absolutely grateful for it. All right, I'm done at the store, headed back to Lamy. I realized I had received a shipment from a local company called Saraparito Supply Company. They make these really great green chili scented candles and air fresheners and tortilla coasters, which if you put tortilla and coaster together, apparently it's toaster. They are coasters that look like tortillas, and they're very cool, but they deliver directly to the store because they're down the street. There was a little bit more to tag and make room for on the floor. You know, all in all, I probably spend 15, 20 hours a month buying, tagging, and merchandising in the store. And the folks at the co-op take care of most everything else. It's a great arrangement, and they're really good. And then once a year, I'll spend a full day, day and a half, 2 days, just taking everything out, rearranging, cleaning down to the floor, and then putting everything back. It's fresh. But it is a very good part-time job, although I don't really view it that way. I think of it as component of the business, wholesale, retail, direct-to-consumer, website. That's the Saturday task for this week. Now I'm headed back to the shop, the workshop, to do some custom keychains for a